In today's video, we are going to be preparing a meal together, and I'm going to be sharing with you the best foods for weight loss and the worst foods for weight loss. Hello and welcome. If you're new here, hey, I'm Healthy Emmie. I'm a nutritionist, weight loss specialist, and creator of the Slim on Starch program, where you work with me as well as a mindset coach and a nutrition coach to lose weight on a plant-based diet. If you want to do that, click the link in the down bar. Let's start it off with the best food on the planet, which is sweet potatoes. These specifically are Hawaiian sweet potatoes. I get these sent to me, and you can get them sent to you too. Hello. So I only have 2 left because I've eaten through the entire 19-pound box, but I'll put the link below, and I have a discount code. You can get a discount and free shipping. So get these, and as you watch today's video, you are gonna know why you have to get these ASAP. I'm going to be cooking these using 2 different methods, and I'm going to show you how they come out differently depending on how you cook them. So I'm going to bake one of my potatoes, and I'm going to steam one of them in the Instant Pot. The reason why potatoes are the best food for weight loss is because potatoes are the most satiating food on the planet. There was a study done called the Satiety Index of Common Foods, in which they rated how filling certain foods were, and potatoes were off the charts the most satisfying food. I am not kidding when I say these taste like cake. They are so good. So do yourself a favor. Whenever I meet a new client, they'll say to me, Emmie, I'm ready to go. I got my Hawaiian sweet potatoes shipped to me. So definitely click the link in the down bar and we can be Hawaiian sweet potato twins. So let me show you what the inside of these looks like. I think I'm going to bake this one and I'm going to steam this one. So I'm going to cut open one of them so that I can show you what they look like on the inside, because on the outside, they might look like they're not a lot to write home about, but let me tell you, when you open them up, game changer. So these are beige on the outside, and if you don't live in the US and you're wondering where you can get these at Asian markets. They're the same thing as the Okinawan sweet potatoes, which makes sense because you would think that people from Japan probably brought them to Hawaii or vice versa. But the beige is on the outside, and then on the inside, let me show you. They are so beautiful, you're gonna die. This is what they look like on the inside. How gorgeous. So this is the outside, this is the inside. And if you can't find these, they don't have to be these ones. You can have any potato for weight loss, and there are thousands of different varieties of potatoes, and that is not an exaggeration. So you can do white potatoes, gold potatoes, sweet potatoes, russet potatoes, baby red creamers, purple potatoes, which, by the way, I see people often mistakenly at the grocery store, they'll get the purple Stokes sweet potatoes, which are purple on the outside. Those are different from these ones. And if you can't get these, you will be okay. I promise you. I have lived in places where I wasn't able to get them, so I feel your pain. I promise I do. But there are plenty of delicious types of potatoes that aren't these. But I am very lucky to have these. So I'm going to have these, and yes, we're going to cook this in 2 different ways. So I'm going to steam this guy in the Instant Pot. Now, a lot of people are nervous about the carbs in potatoes. They say, whenever I have potatoes, I gain weight. The best way to cook potatoes is how I'm going to show you here. You steam them or you bake them. The worst way to cook potatoes and how potatoes become a weight gain food is when you add butter, you add cheese, you add sour cream, you add oil. If you're adding these high calorie foods on top of the potato, now we have a problem. But the potato in and of itself is not going to cause weight gain. It's going to help you lose weight. You just have to make sure that you are making your potato without any oil, butter, sugar. I guess sweet potatoes, sometimes people do that with marshmallows. But you just want to keep the potato as is. And when you make it the way that I'm showing you today, trust me, you're not going to need to add anything to it. All right, so I've got my Instant Pot here, and I have this little steamer. This will be linked below on my Amazon storefront. I'm just going to take the potato, and I've cut it open so that I can show you the inside, but you don't have to cut it open. You can just put the entire potato in here after you've washed it. And then in the insert, I'm just going to put a little bit of water in the bottom, like an inch of water in the bottom. So I've put some water in the bottom here. I'm going to take this, put this in. All right, the top is on and I'm going to steam it. Now I just have one small one in there. If you put the whole potato in, you're gonna wanna steam it for 15 minutes, but because this is tiny and I cut it in half, I'm not gonna steam it for as long. I'm gonna steam it for like 10 minutes. All right, so that's good. This guy I'm gonna bake in the oven. I have the oven at 400 degrees. You know, some people won't like this method because it is wasteful. So I just wanna show you different ways to cook it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some parchment paper. I'm gonna wrap the potato in the parchment paper, and then I'm gonna wrap it in tin foil. Easy. Now I'm gonna put it in the oven. It's at 400 and I'm gonna put it in there for at least an hour, and you really can't overdo it with these guys. So that's where it's going next. So potatoes, they're a weight loss food when you bake them and steam them and boil them using these methods, but they become a weight gain food when you add the high calorie foods like sour cream, butter, cheese, the animal products, oil. This is where people get tripped up. They think that potatoes are what makes them fat, but it's what's going on the potatoes that's causing the weight gain. Next, I have veggies galore in front of me. So I have chosen to chop up some zucchini, some summer squash, and I had a little bit of an onion. I made Mexican food last night, so I had a little bit of a red onion left from the Mexican food. And veggies are going to be a weight loss food, of course, but like I was saying before, you don't want to add the animal products. You don't want to add the butter or the oil or the cheese. Anything that's super high calorie that goes on top of the vegetables is going to prevent you from losing weight. I see people that have fantastic intentions. They say, I'm eating more vegetables, I'm eating tons of salad, but then we find out that there's a super high fat, high calorie, oily dressing that's going on top of it. Or they're roasting up zucchini, but they're roasting it up in oil, and then they're dipping it in mayonnaise. And so the calories add up by what's going on these foods. There are many ways that you can cook vegetables for weight loss. It might surprise you to hear me say that there's a way to cook vegetables for weight gain, but if you're adding oil and you're adding cheese and animal products, then you're not going to release weight. So the easiest way, in my opinion, to cook vegetables without oil is to steam them. I personally like to use my microwave steamer. If you've seen me, you've seen this thing. This is also linked below. And this is so easy because you just put water in the bottom of it, you put the veggies in, and you put it into the microwave. You absolutely could steam in the Instant Pot. You could boil some water and then put a steamer on top of it, a basket, and you could steam it that way. You could boil these vegetables. You could use the air fryer. You could bake the vegetables as well. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I have my Healthy Veggies cookbook. If you have no idea how to prepare vegetables without oil and butter and cheese and the animal products, get a copy of my Healthy Veggies cookbook and I can show you exactly how to do that. But you ultimately want to make sure that you're including vegetables at every meal without having the oil added. I cannot drive home how imperative it is that you keep these high calorie products off of your plate. They seem harmless and they seem like it's just a little bit, but let me show you this diagram from Forks Over Knives, which shows you what just a little bit looks like. Now, I often get asked, I'm gonna put the onions in the bottom. I often get asked, the microwave, Emmie, is the microwave bad for us? Should we not be using the microwave? People are not dying of heart attacks and having strokes and struggling with diabetes and obesity because they're using a microwave for their broccoli. The reason why people are suffering from these diseases of dietary excess is because of the sour cream, the butter, the cheese. That is what is clogging up the arteries. So I don't get lost in the sauce of the microwave. I'm not an organic obsessed. I only eat organic. That's not what I do either. I think that we often throw the baby out with the bathwater and we major in minor things. We get lost in the sauce and we hyperfixate on things that are not the cause of the issue here. So microwave your broccoli, for crying out loud. Get yourself one of these microwave steamers. I just find it so easy. Frozen vegetables are also fantastic, much easier than the fresh veggies. I love cauliflower frozen. I love Brussels sprouts that are frozen because you don't have to trim them. Just make sure that you're preparing them without these high calorie additives. I'm going to put this into the microwave for about 10 minutes. I'm going to be adding some other things to my meal. So, an avocado. So, avocados, are they a weight gain food? Are they a weight loss food? What's that all about? Are they healthy? Can I have them if I want to lose weight? So when it comes to weight loss is going to be due to a calorie deficit. So if you are in a calorie deficit, you're going to be losing weight. If you're in a calorie surplus, you're going to be gaining weight. And if you are in a calorie equilibrium, you're going to be maintaining your weight. So there's no one food that is going to cause weight gain or weight loss. So we can't say that avocados cause weight gain or weight loss. What causes weight gain or loss is eating more calories than your body burns or eating less calories than your body burns. I don't promote counting calories. Instead, I promote eating a low-calorie dense diet of whole plant foods so that you don't have to micromanage calories and you can rely on your body's hunger fullness cues. Avocado is a little bit more calorically dense. It's a bit higher in fat, which means there are more calories per gram. So avocado is going to have more calories in a pound than grapes do. Now, when you get into weight maintenance, which is where I currently am, I don't have to lose any weight, you can start to incorporate some of these more calorically dense foods. This does not mean that if you're losing weight, you can't have these either. I have clients, and I take it on a client-by-client basis within the Slim on Starch program as to whether or not a client is going to get the okay for something like avocado. So can you have avocado and lose weight? Well, that's something that's going to be on a case-by-case basis. We can't give a blanket yes or no to it. It's going to be client by client. So what I'm going to do is I have half of my avocado here, and I also have hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are another thing in weight maintenance. They're absolutely spectacular. They're a nutritional powerhouse. So I'm going to take my hemp seeds and I'm going to dip my avocado in the hemp seeds. So I will just scrape out the half of the avocado, cover it in the hemp seeds, and then I transfer it to the other bowl that I'm going to eat out of, and then pour the rest of the hemp seeds on top. So it's been covered, and then I'll just put some more hemp seeds on top. All right, and with my meal, I'm also going to have one of God's gifts to earth, which is red grapes. So I'm going to put that in my bowl as well. Humans are sugar addicts. So if you feel like you are a sugar addict, you are a sugar addict. Every single one of the hundreds of trillions of cells in our body runs on glucose. Now, if you're looking to lose weight and you say, I'm a sugar addict, how can I lose weight if I'm still a sugar addict? Well, nature has given us sugar in its purest, most nutritionally dense, delicious form in the form of fruit. Do not be afraid of the sugar in fruit. When people say that sugar is a weight gain food, they're usually thinking of things like cookies, cakes, pastries, ice cream. And the reality is that it's not the sugar that's causing the weight gain there. Look up Dr. Walter Kempner and the rice diet, and you'll find that Dr. Kempner actually reversed people's hypertension on a diet of white rice, fruit juice, and white table sugar. So the sugar is not the problem here. Sugar in fruit is not going to, quote unquote, make you fat. As I said earlier, it's eating more calories than your body burns that's going to cause weight gain. And foods like ice cream and cookies and cakes and pastries are super high calorie foods. So please do not be afraid of the sugar in fruit. Fruit is your friend. And when you eat fruit, you're going to satisfy your body for what it truly needs. It's going to say, thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for giving me what I need, which is sugar and nutrients. Embrace fruit. To my sweet potatoes, I always like to add cinnamon. Dr. Will B., who is the gut doctor, Dr. Bolswitz, he recommends that for optimal gut health, we get in 30 plants per week. Do I personally get in 30 plants per week? I'm not quite sure. I don't think that we have to obsess over that number, and I think it can be really overwhelming. But just him saying that makes us more cognizant that maybe I should be getting more diversity into my diet. And here's the good news. Spices count in the diversity of plants within your diet. So if you add a spice to your food, you're helping with your gut microbiome and improving your gut health. The gut is the second brain. 95% of the serotonin in our body is made in our gut, and serotonin is the mood stabilizing hormone. And we all know that mood influences what we eat. Emotional eating is that in a nutshell. So by making sure that you're optimizing your gut health, you are also promoting weight loss. Let's let this cook up and then let's make the meal. It's why in the Slim on Starch program, we have all of our clients have a mindset coach as well, because emotional eating is such a big part of this. If you want to work with me, a nutrition coach and a mindset coach in the Slim on Starch program to release weight, then please click the link in the down bar. All right, so we are ready to go. It is showtime, baby. So this is the potato that was baked in the oven. Oh, cuts like butter. That's how you know it's good. And it is this beautiful, beautiful purple. All right. And then we open it up, and how gorgeous. Now, as you can see, this is nice and gooey. So the texture that you're going to get when it's baked is gooey. I will say this, that every potato is different. So some of them are going to be gooier, some of them are going to have a deeper color, some are going to have a lighter color, some are going to be more dry. Every potato is different. These aren't Doritos where every single one tastes the same. So we have our potato here. So here is the other potato. This one is going to be a little bit more dense. This is not going to be gooey. Whereas the one that's baked is very gooey. The one that was in the Instant Pot is more dense. It's more firm. It's not going to be as sweet. The gooier one, the one that was baked, is going to be sweeter. This one is going to be a more subtle taste. And this one came out quite purple, quite dark purple. Sometimes it's going to come out a really light purple. Again, every potato is different. So I'm going to put that in as well. And then my veggies are ready. So there you have it, folks. A gorgeous meal. You're going to want to put cinnamon on your sweet potatoes. I've got the avocado, the hemp seeds, the steamed veggies, and we're going to enjoy. And if you made it to this point in the video, comment cinnamon, because cinnamon is the best. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next one.